Folks, when you see that world-famous blue carpet, you can only be one place on earth. Boise, Idaho, home of the Boise State Broncos. Today, it's a top 25 matchup. Two teams off to good starts, hoping to build on that and test themselves against another ranked team. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Volunteers will kick this deep to start us off. And the return starts from inside the 20. And he's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Here we go. Over.
And they'll use the ground game here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looks to the left, pass caught. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
They need a yard here in third down to keep this opening drive going. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage.
Okay, ready?
Offense sets the formation. It's third down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Arrow. Cross.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is intercepted. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he get there on the ground? Defense stops him right at the line there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
The Volunteers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Incomplete, almost a 1st down interception here on the opening drive.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently of protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted.
Well, this isn't exactly how we envision this game getting started. You see an interception early, you're thinking, okay, great opportunity. Bang, they throw an interception right back. So everything is even. We can start all over, and the offense comes back out on the field.
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
691, Gators Spark. Jackrabbit.
One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Runs through the defender. They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down to the 46.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off, and it's a nice positive yards.
Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. He quickly lands on it and prevents the defense from creating a takeaway.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up that ball like it was a ground ball. As a result, the offense retains possession.
Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitches to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The Vols hustle to the line to run the hurry up. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Football comes out. And the offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. So it's 3rd and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Bringing pressure. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quarterback drops back. And he's brought down. A sack for the defense coming up big on this 4th down play.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. He'll pitch it. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st. Good execution on the option. And the Broncos looking to keep this drive rolling. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Trying to extend the play. And they get him down to wrap up the 1st period of play. Here we go. 1st play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And he throws the ball out of bounds. They're smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up 3rd down.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down.
Get set, get set.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
The Broncos trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Cam! Reload! Alert! Check!
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Okay, ready?
Offense facing 2nd and goal.
Come on, set!
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now.
Ready, go!
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another chance. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, they're just not successful here on 2nd and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage, bringing up 3rd down.
So 2 chances to score a touchdown in the red zone already. They came up short. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go!
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, Chris, we're still here in the first half, but you got to wonder after that stop there on 3rd down. Now we got a 4th down situation, and now you're in the red zone. You got to wonder, you want to take the 3 points the easy way, or do you roll the dice and try to take a chance and try to come up with a touchdown?
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position.
Eyes.
And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. Let's see what their mindset is this time. They got into field goal range, but got stopped on 4th down last time. And there's the handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll run it here. Stop short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Well, that's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who was on that 98 national championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you think about the Tennessee Vols.
Squirrel!
Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. Looking to throw it deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Vols have 1st and 10 here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the 1st down.
1st down here for this offense. press coverage now from these DBs. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. They'll run this play from the pistol formation.
Jackrabbit.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. The pocket breaking down. Powers through a tackle. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. Running toward the end zone, but the defense forces a fumble.
Wow, that is big-time awareness by his teammate to get on top of that football. As a result, they catch a break and are able to retain possession.
And the Volunteers looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. And they'll try the quarterback sneak. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Hey, it's 1st and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. The extra point is good. They trail by 3 now, 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looks to the left for a quick throw, and he's got his man open downfield.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Roll it.
Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. He's found some room at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
Ready, set.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play.
Green 25.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Here comes the jet sweep, trying to run it to the edge. Hard running through a tackle. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Well, this defense has to respect this quarterback and how he can get out in the open. Sometimes he will run, but the offensive coordinator does a nice job with the defense focused on the quarterback. You go with a jet sweep, you get your speedster out on the edge, and the defense doesn't know if the quarterback has it or if he hands it off to the jet sweep. That's a big gain for the offense.
On the double.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Set. Ready, go.
Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle made after a big gain. And the Broncos come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, anytime you're snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback, the windows are tighter and they close much faster. He's got to do a better job of getting the ball out quicker to give his receiver a chance.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Try to catch the defense with the draw. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, 3rd down, and get able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Well, they're going to go for it, try to keep the drive going. 4th down and 7.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Fire!
And the quarterback dropping back. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? He'll hand it off. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Broncos will kick it deep to begin the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They get the second half started with the running play. Folks, when you see that world-famous blue carpet, you can only be one place on earth. Boise, Idaho, home of the Boise State Broncos. Today, it's a top 25 matchup. Two teams off to good starts, hoping to build on that and test themselves against another ranked team. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Boise